Hi everyone, just want to do a quick video tutorial today for you based on a project I did for the Festive Friday challenges, which you can see more details about if you go to my blog site. I made this cute little, what I'm calling a pot of eggs, and you can see a better picture on my blog. But I wanted to do a video tutorial quickly to show you how I got the little eggs to stay in their little cups. Now I will show you the inspiration that I did have for creating this pot. I found these, I guess, bouquet of Easter eggs that were at our local Big W store for about $2 or $3, and I saw them and I thought, oh, that's a neat idea, but a little bit ugly, and I thought I could make them a little bit nicer with some Stampin' Up products. So hopefully I've achieved that. But when you pull these guys apart, basically they're just balloon sticks, you know, that you get kids' balloons on essentially, and they've got a balloon cup at the top of them that sits on like that, and then that's what the egg sits in. Again, I thought that plastic was a bit ho-hum, so I took off the balloon bases and kept the sticks and basically cut them in half. But you could use bamboo skewers, you could use anything that you like to create them. Now I reused the eggs that were in this original bunch to create the first pot, but you don't have to buy all of that extra stuff that you're going to throw away to create the pots, because the lint Easter eggs are the exact right size to recreate this project. So get your hands on a bag of lint Easter eggs and you'll be able to make this project in a snap. And you can just use, like I said, bamboo skewers or little pieces of dowel if you prefer. Okay, so how do I actually make them? Well, this is the little cup that I made to stick the egg in, and basically all it is a scallop circle. So it's our 2 3/8 inch scallop circle. So I punch those guys out, and then with a little bit of modification we can make the cup. All you have to do is cut away 3 petals like so. So just cutting out 3 and throwing them away. Then all you need to do is join the base back together by adding a little bit of double-sided tape, and you want to overlap it by 2 petals. So all you do is you pick up the 2 sides and you want to overlap 2 petals. So I'm not too sure how well you can see that, but I've just got 2 petals that are on the top of each other, and you end up with this little cup. All I do then is I place it upside down, take my stick or my dowel, whatever I'm going to use, and I place a dab of hot glue. I've turned my hot glue gun off. There it is. Oh, still got hot glue. Excellent. Put a bit of hot glue on the very tip of the cup or the base of the cup, and then push your little stick or skewer, whatever you're going to use, into the base. Now, I do find that hot glue takes a little while to set and dry. Now, as it dries and sets, I rub off all that excess glue because I'm a bit of a perfectionist for being a bit neat. Now, I'll let that one set aside to dry, and you probably only need to give it 3 or 4 minutes to dry completely, and then you get a little cup like that. So I'll show you the continued assembly process based on the one that I've already done here. Now, what I've got then is a piece of, I've got hot glue everywhere now, guys. Oh, piece of cellophane, clear cellophane without the hot glue, that's about 6 inches by 6 inches square. All you do then is you take your your egg, and I place it upside down, so tip side down, right in the center of my square of cellophane. I place my cup upside down over the top so that you sort of have everything in reverse. So the tip of your egg is in the center of the cellophane, and then all I do is gather up. I knew this was going to be really difficult to do once I did it on camera. I've done it 1,000 times without you videoing, watching me. Then I go to do it and it slips and slides everywhere. But basically all you have to do then is gather up your cellophane around the base of your egg. And when you turn it upside down, if it's a bit floppy and sloppy, you can sort of turn it so that the egg sits nice in the little cup. Okay. So once you're happy with how it's sitting in the little cup, in the little flower base, all I do is get a piece of regular old Scotch tape, and I tape tightly around the base of my egg cup to hold it in place. Like that. A bit more Scotch tape. It's not quite holding. Voila. Okay, and you can adjust it however you like. Then all I do is snip away this excess cellophane from the base to make it a little bit less bulky. It's better to have more cellophane and snip away what you don't need than not have quite enough to cover your egg because it looks a bit lean on. Then all I've done to cover all this mess that I've just created is I've gone and got some floral tape, just regular florist tape, And I love this stuff, it's really quite good. It is a bit tricky to get started because it does tend to want to slip and slide. But if you're really quite tight with how you wrap the start of it, then all you have to do is continue to wrap down the length of your stick, however long the stick you've got. And once you get a good start on it, it actually does fly through pretty quickly. And roll and wrap your florist tape all the way to the end. And I wish I'd done this when I did my pot of my lollipops, because I actually used designer series paper and wrapped that around the stem, which was a little bit more arduous than this florist tape. It does look pretty, but I find that the florist tape is quick and just as effective. So I have now swapped from cutting strips of designer paper and use that for pretty projects and gone to this floral tape. Now I find that it doesn't quite stick at the end, so I just add a little bit of our Tombow glue. Gotta love that glue. And roll that round right at the end, and that tends to then just hold the last little bit of that floral tape in place and holds it, sticks there. Now, because it does look a little bit boring, all I do then is get a length of satin ribbon, which I had pre-cut and it's gone missing. Fantastic. I'll cut myself another piece. Oh no, it's right here under my hand. Lovely bit of satin ribbon, and all I do is tie 2 knots close to the top of the egg, and it covers again. There's another sort of way to cheat and cover any sort of messy you might have at the top of your join between your egg cup and this top stick. So there's lots of ways to cover. It doesn't have to be super neat. And tie yourself a little knot at the top. Trim off on angles. Looks like I've got glue dots everywhere, little bits of Tombow glue. Sorry about that, guys. It's a bit messy. And then I just heat seal the ends of the ribbon so it doesn't unfray. Okay, so then you just make all 3 of them. And I've got another one here that I've made. And I've got one more egg that I'm going to do up and put in the pot. But basically then the little pots that I use are really just these tea light candle holders. Well, that's what they sell them out. They're about $1 or $2 from the $2 store. And then I fill them with actually gravel from that I use for aquariums. So I just fill that up with some gravel. But before I fill it, I have on this one that you'll see on my blog, I've actually gone and embossed the bottom of the little pot with the little mushrooms from the Every Bunny stamp set, which is fabulous. So let's just use some white embossing powder and emboss that. So you can emboss your glass or you can leave it plain. Wrap a bit of ribbon round, pop in your eggs and a little happy Easter sign, and you've got yourself a fantastic, quick, simple pot of eggs. I hope you enjoyed that one, guys, and give it a go. All right, bye.